Welcome, guys. Welcome once again. It's Magic Don Wong with Betting for Profits, where we make more money than we lose. You take home than what you lose. Um, the topic for today, guys, will be game selection. Right, selecting games that will obviously guarantee you or give you more chances in making money. I know that most of us have been losing money because there's a lot of games when it comes to electronic leagues. There's a lot of games that you get there on the esports. So if you right click on it, quickly just get onto it, you will notice there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So question here, how can you obviously pick winning games out of, you can't really play all 14 leagues on a ticket. um, my aim here is to use the least amount of money because obviously it is something which is played electronically. It's a game that is played, so it's a new thing. You really want to take your time. You really want to look at what's best, what you can follow. So what you can do, you can adapt the same mentality that you adapt when you are betting on normal leagues. Your favorite teams, for example, teams that you know that select, teams on certain leagues that you know that are good. So what I've been focusing on my side is to obviously try play less and obviously get more profit. So I would obviously have a number of tickets that I do. I would allocate a certain amount of money, then probably maybe 10 rand, and I will do about 1 rand per ticket, and then really go up to 5 rand per ticket, just depending on what I'm aiming for. Okay. So it's always good to know how much you want to make every time you bet. If you're looking to make 200 rands, you know what type of odds you're looking for and how much you're willing to risk. So my top teams that I normally go for, guys, you will notice there I start with the Lega Pro. Now the Lega Pro is down there. I normally would choose your 2/5, or I would select my favorite team to win. Okay. So my favorite team here is the Catalina FC, which is the same area where Barcelona is from. So the Catalina FC, even if you look at the odds right there, the odds on it are always the lowest because they're quite good. And then my second option would be the Vega Squadron. Those guys always win. Even if they are one down, they always come back to make it about 2-1 or 3-1. I do trust them when it comes to my betting, so I just select two of these guys. If you look at the odds, are very high, a bit higher than normal soccer. So I would choose these two guys or these two teams when it comes to Liga Pro. Then I would move back to my second league that obviously I would go from. That would be the Euro 2020 plus the Champions League. I've got one player that I normally go for that never disappoint. His name is Money CB. I normally would go advise on this to go for draw no bet or win draw if you're trying to risk less, or I will simply go with Money CB in this case. I would obviously study the odds and I would look at the games that are coming. One is at 10:30 with him, then I'd look at another one. I think this obviously has a fair plus is playing home, and if you look at the odds, I will definitely take him there. Then I'm done. When it comes to Euro 20, I went with Money CB. You find him on different leagues. You find him on Euro 20, Champions League. Basically, most of these English Premier League, you'll find him there. Night Champions League. Basically, if you look at from the battle here, the battle leagues there, you find basically the same players. Okay, you find the same players, similar faces that you will notice. So most of these battle leagues, I would advise, if you do want to play one game, focus on the draws. Most of them do draw a lot. I would definitely go for the draws. Just put 20 rand, select a draw. You're definitely going to hit a draw there. And then I would move next to my second or third league that I need to select my players. I'm going to go to the English Premier League, and then there's a guy that I like there. Let me just scroll down, see if he's here. Now we look for Pesh OK75. He's on the Esports Battle English Premier League and is playing with Man City. Now this guy can score goals and this guy can play. What I want to really point out when it comes to English Premier League on the Esports Battle, you do get a lot of draws. You do get a lot of draws, especially if your odds are like this. The Tottenham Hotspur guy, that guy right here, does also play very well. I've lost one game to Arsenal. I could have won a lot of money, about 39,000 rands. Arsenal decided to draw that game. So you do get a lot of draws. If you want to go for draws, I would advise that you use one team. Just select a team for a draw and just put about 20, 30 rand, depending on how much you're willing to risk. So here we found our guy Push OK75. Then we move on to the next league, which is our E-Liga Mix. E-Liga Mix, now with them, I've noticed a pattern that you need to select the team with the lowest odds. I've already went and pre-checked them. If you notice on my previous video, guys, I did share on how to go and look up these teams, so you will just refer back to that video at the end of this one. If you look at the odds between the two, 65 okay to 2.65. So if you just select there, I've already studied that team. Then you look at my other favorite team in this league is your CA St. Louis and Atlas FC. These two I will definitely go for at any time. So I'm done. So the lowest odds are the easiest ones to hit. Even if I post this ticket after on the next game, you will notice that these three would have came in. So now I've got my, let me just count, there should be about 7 games. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then here I'm going to just simply put, because I'm really not trying to make a lot, as this is for just pushing you guys to get there. I will take anything over 100 rand. I'm going to put 2 rand, 7 games, and then for me that is it. I'm getting 117 rands for that 2 rands. Okay, so we're just trying to build capital again. And then if in this case I wanted to obviously go for more, I would put more money there and I would select 1, 2 and 3, and I would simply just put 50 bucks. You get 166 rands. I mean, think about it, guys. 166 rands over 3 teams for 50 bucks. Okay, that is the best way you can go about it. So try avoid going for a lot of teams here, because there are a lot of leagues that are playing. You do want to avoid what you don't understand. I've tried this, I've lost a lot. I've tried that, I've lost a lot. I've tried that. So with those guys that I've selected, most of the time they do come right for me. And then another simple, just best advice, guys, is to just select 1 or 2 or 3 teams. You know, if you follow one team, build your money on that. Because I mean, if you really look at the odds, if you really go there and you look at these type of odds, you look at these type of odds, these type of odds, and you know what I'm saying. I could take this one and I could simply put 100 rands for people like myself that normally use a bit of a higher amount to bet. Easily 6 minutes later you would have made a profit of 110 rands. It's about 110%. So let's just quickly recap on our teams that we have selected on the Liga Pro, right? It's your Catalina FC, okay, Catalonia FC, and then your Vega Squadron. And then if you move to the Euro 2020 Champions League, I will go for Money CB. And if should you choose any other team, I would rather take draw, no bet, or win, draw. Most of the time, if you want to be safe and make money, go for win, draw, or draw, no bet. Then on the English Premier League battle, one player for me is Push OK. And then in this league, these 3 should follow: win, draw, or draw, no bet. Go for those ones. And then your E-Liga Mix, okay, with the teams with the lowest odds, obviously go for those, but do double check them on the sites that I did mention on the previous video, just to obviously reference your head-to-head. How good are they at scoring? But there is very few goals in this league, but these guys most of the time do take the title. And then if you want to go for over 2.5, your Liga Pro will be your door to knock, as they do offer 2/5 sometimes, and most of the other guys do not offer 2/5. Like if you notice here, or you'll definitely get your 2/5. Now look at the odds on that. Okay, quite good. So I would say, guys, simple as that. Don't really take too much money on Esoccer yet. Really play with minimum, trying to maximize the minimum as you can. And then the FUFV I will touch on the next video, but these guys are on some crazy draw stuff. They do draw a lot, despite that the odds are as far apart as this. Okay, you can really make money when it comes to this esports by thinking creatively, guys. You must remember that it is unpredictable, very unpredictable. So you must also try to play unpredictable as well. Okay, that's it for me. Magic Don Wong, guys. I got you every time, making sure you take more than you lose. All right, have a great one until the next video. Bye.